Hello and welcome to Naval Action. This is VMAQ2DeadX. It is Thursday, March 19th. It's about 13:30 in the afternoon, Eastern Standard Time, US. There are 158 online and 41 battles. Now, 158, why so low? Well, there's some news to pass. There's a test server open. Let's hop over to that announcement. Okay, here we are on the Naval Action official Discord. You can see here that on March 12th, 2026, they put up a picture of the newest ship coming to the game, the Montanes. I guess that's right, Montanes. They didn't really give any information. I did a quick Google search on it, and it's a third rate. And then today, there was a note. Preliminary patch notes for the test server are available on the official forum, and they give you a link. We're going to go to there next. And now the test server is open. So you go to here, and I guess it will tell us how to get to the test server. But first, we're going to cover these notes because there's a lot of changes that they're looking at making to the game. So, one moment. Okay, here we are at the Naval Games community page. This is where you're linked over from the Discord to this, and these are the patch notes. Uh, this patch list is not final and might have some inconsistencies. They will be ironed out during the test bed. The test server is not open yet to players. As soon as it becomes available, we will publish an announcement with instructions and additional details. The test server is open, and I'll do the instructions after. So they've made rule of engagement changes, improvements, and they're basically returning the game back to the 2016 state. You know, all the time in the chats and everything, you always see people saying, "Oh, I wish it was back at this time." Well, guess what? They're taking everybody, they're loading them up in the Delorean, and we're going back to the future. So, uh, I urge you to come and read these on your own. I'm going to try to quickly cover them. Rules of engagement will return to its 2016 state under the following principles. ROE must prioritize action and normalize starting conditions for both sides. You must always be able to help your allies in battle. You must always be able to help your clanmates in battle. You should spawn in a rational distance from allies. Entry to the battle should not have any desync or positional issues caused by open world speed. If you can reach the battle sailing in before it closes, you should be able to join. To support these principles, the following changes will be applied. Open world battles open for 45 minutes and allow entry for both sides. Safe zone battles are open for 15 minutes and allow entry as ally. Not sure I like that one. I don't like it when people hop into my fights against PvE. My PvE fights, I choose those because I want those and I don't want any help doing those. Get my get my flow on that. When people hop in, I think they're just there and they're going to try to steal the goodies after I sink the guy. Open world battles, not hostility or port battles, will last for 60 minutes. So that's less. It used to be an hour and a half. Battle rating difference control is disabled, but we might add it in the future for other nations joining your battles. BR difference control is disabled. Desync issues are solved by normalizing starting position like it was in 2016. Ship starting positions depend on average direction of attacker and defender. Ship starting position will be based on BR of the ship. Small ships will spawn closer to each other. Large ships will spawn at higher distance from each other. Minimum distance at spawn will be 150 meters, max distance 750 meters. Wind is normalized and will be from stern for both sides of the battle like it was in 2016. Both sides will face the same direction. Attacker will be on the left, defender on the right. Reinforcements. Reinforcing players joining later are also placed on the right and on the left from the battle center at certain max distance from the battle center and at certain min distance from allies and enemies. Such a reinforcement system allows newcomers to join the battle to be not directly in the action, but still within a reasonable distance independently of how the battle develops. Battle center is determined by the normalized position of attackers and defenders. Battle center is recalculated during the battle if positions change. Land issues. If battle starts near shore and the island is huge, we don't want players to join on the other side of Cuba. Thus, newcomers for the side that is closer to land will spawn near shore. If you don't want enemy reinforcements to be near the shore and near you, you should fight moving away from the shore. Clan roles in port management. Promotion to clan creator is now allowed only from the clan creation rank. Diplomats can now change clan port battle start timer. Clan port battle timer can now be managed by the first officer. Added PvP daily and PvP weekly leaderboards. Ships, access, classes, and storage. DLC ships can now be captured and sailed out of the battle if the player owns the corresponding DLC. Nice change. New ship, Montanez. Increased storage slots in warehouses. Brig ship class changed from 6 to 7. Economy and trade. Trader tool improved. The trader tool allows you to estimate travel time from your current port to any other port based on your ship's speed. When opening the trader tool in the open world, distance will be displayed instead of travel time. A visual display of the quantity of goods in storage has been added. The information is updated every hour. Nation flags have also been added to ports. Added the Bermuda Exchange to all admiralties across the sea. The Bermuda Exchange now allows upgrades to be converted into a random higher tier upgrade. So save those upgrades you don't generally want. You can throw them into the randomizer and see what pops out. Gambling. The Bermuda Exchange also allows 5 rare books to be converted into a random different book. That way, you got uses for those books you get that are doubles. Trade updated, hubs added. Several fixed trade routes added, e.g. Kinston to Nassau. Distant trade profit caps removed. Prices and production and consumption parameters have been updated for all sets. Combat. Splinter damage changed for all guns. Splinter damage mechanics have been made 100% consistent. You will now always inflict splinter damage to crew if you hit the planking. Inconsistent crew colliders have been fixed. Carronades and abusers now deal heavy splinter crew damage. Congreve guns now have a minus 50% structure damage debuff, making them anti-planking weapon. For structure, they give the same damage as medium guns, so they nerfed the Congreve guns. Structure critical damage modifier increased. Structure critical threshold lowered from 9% to 5%. It will be easier to inflict leaks. Gun dispersion parameters changed to their 2016 to 21 state. Horizontal accuracy improved for all guns. Combat code for splinter and canister damage optimized. Raking mechanics improved for grape and splinter damage. Looks like raking's back. Fixed a bug where structure damage would not apply if the cannonball hit the stern side. Canister damage is set to 15% of base gun damage. Turned off crew damage reduction based on remaining crew amount. You can now destroy full crew by grape or splinter damage. Chain damage is being reworked right now and will be deployed by the end of the test bed. Limitations on chain damage have been reduced. Dedicated gun rolls. Carronade for crew, medium guns for hull, long guns for mast and rig. Kiting are still being finalized but will be ready by the end of test bed. Boarding repairs and crew focuses. Boarding settings changed. Disabled the boarding damage debuff based on number of guns mounted on the ship. To initiate boarding, you must first damage 30% damage to sails or planking or crew. Boarding speed limit has been increased to promote more aggressive action. Boarding counters in PvE boarding now work the same way as in PvP. Counters work better. Boarding timers changed. Initial waiting time from 14 to 10. First round duration 14 to 7. Subsequent round durations 14 to 7. Round command change timer for increased preparation 7 to 4. So they've reduced the timers. Required crew for survival pump reduced from 15 to 10% of base crew. Ship repairs no longer remove crew from other focuses. Hull and sail repair cooldowns have been separated to promote action. That's nice. That way you're not locked out of fixing one when you've used the other. Ship handling balance. Fixed incorrect heel at abnormal angles. Ship max heel can be achieved only around 90 degrees to the wind. Ship roll at 90 degrees to the wind increased to 12 degrees. Global deceleration curve updated. Maximum reverse speed reduced. Rudder mechanics improved. Rudder will return to neutral position faster due to water pressure. Countering turn inertia by rudder will work more consistently. Ship speeds updated based on the number of bow guns. Ships with less bow guns will now sail relatively faster. I don't get that. Key ship sailing parameters updated and rebalanced based on DPM and HP difference. This includes speed, turning, rudder turn time, rudder inertia, sail setting speed, acceleration, deceleration, and yard power. Overall scaling parameters now most closely resemble 2016/21 logic and are even better. Bugs in design logic of speed balancing have been eliminated. Deceleration curve updated. Improved deceleration logic. Rudder curve updated. Rudder state colors indicators also updated. Square and fore and aft sail curves were improved for more natural gradual backing force and provide for less efficiency when wind is blowing backwards. Spanker logic bugs fixed. Ships will now heel more if one side is damaged. Interface visual effects and audio. Sails are now transparent in fire modes, allowing easier aiming and shooting. The reward chest now highlights when new items are added, and the highlight disappears after the chest is opened. Improve port warnings for ammunition and consumables. Improve the port interface for gun installation on the ship. AI, NPCs, and world distribution. Links, trader links, and privateer removed from the list of possible bot ships. Added special rookie preset for 7th rank bots. When choosing a side, bots now take side armor condition into account. It means they're going to protect their wounded sides. Bots fight under full sails. When they can no longer keep up with pumping water out, they reduce sails. Bots can now repair a damaged pump. NPC now always prefer national ports if they can. Spanish cities will have Spanish combat NPCs. Open world NPC nation distribution changed accordingly. Bots redistributed across the worlds to spread them better and add more group content. More medium and large fleets. Shallow waters will have 6th, 7th rank ships. Upper Cuba, Upper Hispaniola, and Pittstown area will have 5th, 4th, and sometimes 3rd and even 2nd rates. All other locations will have 4th through first rank sailing. The angle required for bots to decide to fire change has changed slightly. Rank 7 and 6 bots will fire change much less often. Raiders. Raiders will now have 2 attacks per day. Limit 1 battle maximum per nation. Raider cooldown on port is set for 90 days at start, but we will consider reducing it to 60. Raider cooldown on the clan has been removed. PvP RVR port battle KD remains the same. Changes for new players. Added an account cooldown for creating a new character based on the last character creation time. Boarding exam time increased from 10 minutes to 15 minutes. That's nice. New players now start on basic links with mounted guns and starting ammunition. That's nice. New players start with 7 slots. That's good. The starter basic links now comes equipped with 4-pounder medium guns. New players will also have some ammunition, repairs, and gunpowder in the reward chest. So those are the notes for this patch change or this test server. Pretty cool stuff. Pretty cool stuff. So now I'm going to switch over and we're going to look at the test server, how to get in there. Okay, here we are. This is the Steam page. Links over from the Discord page. Test server is open. New ROE, Montanez, Bermuda Exchange, and more. The test server is open. Preliminary patch notes are available on the official forum. That's where we were just at and read. The main goal of this test is to evaluate the updated rules of engagement, the new ship Montanez, and Bermuda Exchange. Testing will remain open until Wednesday, March 25th. This date is preliminary and may be extended if necessary. So you got 6 days. Players who complete any of the objectives below will receive a Montanez as a reward on the Caribbean and Peace servers shortly after the test is over. Up to 3 Montanez can be attained per player, with 1 ship awarded for each objective completed. Earn 500 XP, you get a blue quality Montanez. Place on the daily leaderboard, you get a purple quality Montanez. Unlock the 5 knowledge slots on the Montanez, and you get a gold quality Montanez. The test server database is based on the Caribbean server state as of the March 19th maintenance. All captains on the test server who hold the rank of flag captain or higher, Roman 7 rank, ensign 620 maximum crew, will receive 2 Montanez in the redeemables accessible via the R button in port, tab, gift and rewards. How to access the test server. So you click this and it changes. It goes back to the Naval Games community site. And here's how that you get into the test server. Find naval action in your Steam library. Right-click the game and select properties. Go to the game versions and betas tab and you enter the code Naval Action Beta 2026 like it is typed there on the screen. Select the beta named beta underscore test dash naval action beta test. The update will download automatically. To return to the main game, select default public version instead of beta underscore test naval action beta test in the game versions tab. So this works. I've done it because of a fuck up on my part. I didn't have my audio turned on until I actually initiated battle with the Montanez. It's weird because it's just like, it's not a different port like when you're in game. It's like took my port from the regular game and just carried it over to the test server. I have all the same things, ships, warehouse supplies, everything, money, gold, And then you go out into the world and it seems like it's just the normal game, so it's actually pretty cool. I'll probably upload a video of that stuff later. But the thing is I've already done all of this one time and I didn't have the fucking sound turned on. And I didn't realize it till after the battle started with the Montanas. I picked a Cerberus for my first fight because I am way undercrewed. This at rank 7, you are about 200 crew below what you're supposed to be. You're supposed to be above 800 crew to crew the Montanas. And at rank 7, you're down at 620. So you're a couple of hundred crew low. So bear that in mind. You go into battle undercrewed and you're going to have penalties, especially reload. So I'm going to go ahead and redo this video so I can get it uploaded, and then hopefully I'll attach some cool stuff later. We'll upload some new videos from the test server. You can see the Montanas in action. I've already fought one battle with it, and because my sound was glitched, it was really weird. So if it came out in the video and you can hear it, I might add that to this video here. So this is going to end, and it might cut to the start of a battle with me and the Montanas and an AI Cerberus, and the sound's going to be all funky because the sound was glitched. I don't know why. It's just a problem I've been having fairly regularly for the last month. About once a week, I'll get into the game and my sound will be all glitched. So let me go ahead and exit right here. If you don't go into the battle immediately after this, thank you for watching. Holy shit. Okay, we're here on the test server, starting a battle. I am way undercrewed. Let's see how this goes. We started the battle with the wind to our back. We're on the left, they're on the right, just like they said in the patch notes. Oh, the sound's glitched. Holy shit, we're wearing this guy out. He's turning away to protect himself. See how weird the sound is for the battle? We're still loading our first broadside for the bottom guns. We're wearing this guy out. Thing is, if I get to the next rank, which I was not very far away from, I should be able to fully crew this then. Gonna have to fix this sound issue. And that's the battle. Yeah, it's like 3 times I've had this sound issue pop up when I start a game. And the way I fix it is I log off, reboot the computer. So let's escape. And I'll sail back, port up, and we'll reboot. See that? That's fucking funny. That sound. Let's get praying. Let's get fishing. How much XP did I get for that? 84, 84 XP. What's it take to unbox this thing? $200 for the first. 500, 910, 1410, 2010. I could probably get that much in 6 days. Okay, hold on. I gotta log off and fix this sound issue.